The shadows protect the innocent. I am the unseen blade. Your reign and
My name is written in the stars themselves.
cosplaying the Animazaga, she turns around. Well, how do you look? Hi, this all hoy beautiful do I.
Hey everyone, it's AI with Chucky, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'll be walking you through how to use the new LTX 2.3 model. As you know, it's the best open source video model out right now, and if you haven't tried it yet, this video is your chance to do it for free using Google Colab's T4 GPU. To get started, head over to my GitHub repository where you'll find the Colab notebook. Scroll down until you see the list of notebooks. LTX 2.3, I2V, and T2V is the one we're looking for. With this notebook, you can generate both text-to-video and image-to-video with audio attached, so let's click on the Colab badge to load it up. Once we're in, the first thing we need to do is a quick sanity check to make sure we've selected the right GPU. As free users, scroll to the upper right corner under the runtime environment and click on the T4 GPU. If you have Pro credits to spare, you can choose a different GPU, like the L4, for faster generation and better resolution. But in our case, we'll stick with the T4. Now, save those settings and let's begin. With our hardware accelerator confirmed and our T4 GPU locked in, our very first actual step inside the notebook is to run the initialization cell. You'll find a play button next to the section titled System Initialization and Wait Downloads. Go ahead and click that play button. Because my notebook pulls code directly from GitHub, you're going to see a standard Google Colab warning pop up on your screen letting you know that this notebook wasn't authored by Google. This is completely normal for custom repositories, so just go ahead and click Run anyway to bypass the warning and start the process. Now, this initialization step is going to take a few minutes, so let's talk about what's actually happening behind the scenes while we watch those progress bars fill up. The script is currently reaching out to the servers to pull down all the core dependencies required to run a complex machine learning environment. It's downloading massive file packages, installing the correct versions of Python libraries, setting up the neural network framework, and most importantly, fetching the actual LTX 2.3 model weights. These model weights are essentially the brain of the AI. They contain all the learned data that allows the AI to understand text prompts and generate incredibly detailed video frames. Because we're dealing with high-resolution video generation, these files are quite large, often several gigabytes in size. It's extremely important that you don't interrupt this cell while it's running. Just let it do its thing. You can monitor the progress by watching the download speeds and the package installation logs scroll past. When it's completely done, you'll see a bright green check mark and a message stating initialization completed. The environment is now primed and ready for generation. Once you see that green or gray success message, we're ready to move down to the fun part, the Generate Text to Video section. This gives you full control over what you want the AI to create, purely from your imagination. You'll see a text box labeled Positive Prompt, which is where you describe exactly what you want to see. For this demonstration, I've prepared two prompts, one for text to video and the other for audio to video generation. So let's start with the text to video prompt. I'm going to paste in the highly detailed prompt. I'm asking for a cinematic close-up of a heroic female ninja superhero in a sleek, dark suit with subtle glowing accents, standing tall against a rainy neon-lit city backdrop. She looks directly at the camera with fierce determination and speaks heroically, "The shadows protect the innocent. I am the unseen blade, and your reign of terror ends tonight." Notice how descriptive I'm being. The more specific you are about lighting, camera angles, weather, and subject details, the better LTX 2.3 will perform. Below the prompt, we have our video width and height settings. By default, I have this set to 832 by 480. If you read the instructions at the top of the notebook, you'll notice that any resolution values you input must be strictly divisible by 32, otherwise the server will crash. Sticking to 832 by 480 is highly recommended for the free T4 GPU to ensure a stable generation. Next, we have the video length slider, which I'm dragging up to exactly 5 seconds. Finally, and this is perhaps the most critical step for free users, make absolutely sure that the low VRAM mode checkbox is ticked. The T4 GPU only has 16 gigabytes of video memory, and rendering video takes a massive amount of computational power. By enabling low VRAM mode, we're telling the script to optimize how it loads the model into memory, preventing the dreaded out-of-memory errors that would otherwise crash our entire session. With all of our parameters perfectly set, go ahead and click the play button on the text-to-video cell. Immediately, you'll see the script booting up the backend server, and then it will begin the rendering process. Generating a 5-second high-quality video is a computationally heavy task, so this is going to take at least 20 minutes. So, I've made sure I add a timer so you can know that it is still rendering. After the minutes of waiting, the render will complete, and an embedded video player will appear right there in the notebook. You can click play to preview what we just made.
the shadows protect the innocent. I am the unseen blade. Your reign ends.
As you can see, the quality is outstanding. Now, if you want to keep this video, simply click the 3 vertical dots in the bottom right corner of the video player and select Download. This will save the MP4 file directly to your device. Now, let's explore an even more powerful feature. Scroll further down the notebook to the Generate Image to Video section. Image to Video is highly sought after because it allows you to dictate the exact starting composition, character design, and color grading by providing a reference image rather than just hoping the AI guesses correctly from a text prompt alone. In this section, we have a new positive prompt box. When working with an image, your prompt should focus heavily on the motion and the environmental changes you want to happen, rather than describing the character's appearance, because the AI already has the image for that. I'm pasting in a prompt instructing the camera to slowly push in on a celestial queen, mentioning that a gentle wind slightly moves her hair and the blue crystal on her staff pulses with magical energy, while glowing blue light bugs drift and swirl around her in the air, and also what she'll be saying within the video duration. Just like before, we have our width set to 832 and our height set to 480. I'm going to slide the video length to just 3 seconds because if you go beyond that for the image to video, your free GPU session will crash. And once again, make absolutely certain that the low VRAM mode box is checked to protect our free tier GPU memory limit. Now, click the play button for this cell. Unlike the text-to-video cell, this one will pause almost immediately and prompt you with a button that says Choose Files. It's waiting for you to provide the starting image. Click Choose Files to upload your image. The moment the upload finishes, the script automatically takes over and begins the rendering process. While we patiently wait for this render to complete, I want to share some best practices for using Google Colab for AI generation. First and foremost, Colab has an inactivity timeout. If you leave this tab and go browse YouTube or read an article for too long, Google will assume you're no longer working and will shut down your instance to save server resources. If that happens, you lose all your progress and downloaded weights, and you have to start the entire initialization process all over again. So make sure you keep the tab active, or at least click around inside the notebook every few minutes to let Google know you're still there. The T4 is a great GPU for getting started without spending money. It's very ideal for low VRAM workflows like this, but it lacks the sheer brute speed of higher-end cards like the A100 or H100. If you find yourself using this notebook every day and the wait times are slowing down your creative workflow, that's when you might want to look into upgrading your Colab account or renting cloud GPU space. But for hobbyists, this free access is an incredible blessing. Finally, the render completes. You'll see the message Render Complete, and the video player will populate with our new animation. Let's hit play and see how it did.
My name is written in the stars themselves.
Look at that. The camera slowly pushes in just as we asked. The foliage in the background remains stable. The blue crystal on her staff genuinely looks like it's pulsating with magical light. And the overall consistency of her face and clothing is maintained, although her face quality has degraded due to her being farther from the camera, and at such a resolution such will be expected. Other than that, it truly brought that static image to life in a magical way. Just like we did with the first video, you can click the 3 dots in the corner of the video player, select Download, and save this directly to your device. More importantly, generating a 3 seconds text-to-video with this notebook will take 16 minutes and 5 minutes will take 20 minutes to generate. For image to video, 5 seconds could crash our session, so only 3 seconds will take us around 16 to 20 minutes generation mark, except if we're using a Google Colab Pro GPU. So, I made this notebook for those that want to try the new model as it isn't ideal for content generation. Whenever you're done generating your videos, you need to properly close your Colab session. Go to the top right corner of the screen where you see the RAM and disk usage meters. Click the little drop-down arrow right next to it, scroll down the menu, and select Disconnect and Delete Runtime. Click Yes to confirm. And that's it. The GitHub link for the notebook will be in the description. And thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace.